Cohort Survival Calculations for Enrollment Projections. My name is Matthew Campman. I'm going to be walking us through this professional development today. Our goal is going to be obtain specific information, feel comfortable and informed, and be ready for further training and seminars. A cohort is a group of people used in a study who have something in common, such as age or social class. Who makes up our cohort? Well, in the school's case, it's the students. They are observations taken over years with a calculation to estimate future school enrollment in a given area and period. What role do they play? Well, funding for schools, staff, teachers, and school budgets. It helps with the student-teacher ratio, and it technically creates a survival rate for teachers' positions added or lost. A projection in this term is simply statistically data-driven information of enrollment, which can be misleading at times because it is often off by 4 points, positive or negative, and can create costly budget and personnel concerns. There's also a guessing factor or gut projections, and this allows for huge errors in planning, and those people are usually gone by the time that those errors are found out. Birth rate is the base. You take 5 years prior to kindergarten. It gives you a baseline of what should roughly be there, and you follow that group for 10 to 15 years, which is pretty typical. And each year you can see who it progresses to the next grade level. This gives you a long-term estimation. How do I figure out the calculation? Well, you divide the current year enrollment by the previous year's enrollment. So here we see a chart. We see that it is a school from 2006 to 2011. It shows us kindergarten through 5th grade. What we see here is the total change. The total 2006 is 681, 2007 is 692. We divide that 692 by 681, and it gives us that positive growth of 1.62. So we're adding students. I could follow grade levels if I chose and could start, say, at kindergarten in 2006 where there's 104 students and drop down to the next year in 2007 where they're in 1st grade and we see 123. Clearly, again, we're going to have a positive gain. We're gaining more students. So I can flow either one. And then, yeah, we see the 2007 to 2008 with the entire school where the number is dropped. We have a negative ratio there. So here we are at Campman School for the Gifted. In 2003, the 2nd grade class enrollment was 97. In 2004, the 3rd grade was 112. We divide the 2, the 3rd by the 2nd, and we get a plus 1.15. 2005, the 4th grade was 130. So now we take that 130 and divide it by 112, and we get a positive 1.16. So now, in 2006 grade, we got 120. Okay, in our 2007 grade, we have 127. What are those two figures going to be? If you've already figured out that in 2006 we had a negative 0.92%, and that in 2007 we had a positive 1.0%, you were correct. Very nice job. A few important other notes and factors. Annual birth rates, economic standings, historical data, these all can play a role. Why should we use that? Well, we want the best projections. We want proper staff for schools and the funds, local, state, and national. Modified cohort survival forecast. When you're using this information, it's technically a modified cohort survival forecast, since we're using modified local data and knowledge. This is commonly used because it's the most accurate and reliable. Annual forecasts are used for staffing, and long-range forecasts are used for determining building needs. Can be errors there. So, cohort survival calculations are for enrollment projections that are data-driven. We divide the current enrollment by the previous years, and a modified cohort uses that extra information to make it a little more perfect. Thank you for being with me today. Have a nice day. Thank you for being with me today. Have a nice day.